Good morning, Pokefans. Welcome back to a brand new video. My name is Matt, and we're going to continue our seasonal rank climb using a team that we built from scratch. So, no new team today. Probably will not have any time to create the new team since I have to pretty much start from scratch. The idea was to have Miraidon X, and I don't know who X is going to be because I want to do someone different. But I also, one of the ideas I had was like Rayquaza, but I don't want to have two dragons, obviously. And Rayquaza has a different type of test that I want to do with this Pokemon specifically. Airlock is, for those who don't know, turns off weather effects, and those weather effects do not turn off the animation for the weather, but what weather can do. For example, Rayquaza can turn off, theoretically, rain. It's actually not theoretically, that's what Airlock does. It supposedly, when you throw them out there, turns off all weather effects. So if rain is out there and you have a 50% boost in water attacks, accuracy, like for Hurricane going from 70 to like 100%, etc, 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 right? All of those things happen as soon as rain happens. So if Kyogre comes on the field, this Pokemon comes in after that, it goes, oh, well, your rain now becomes nothing because I now turn off all weather effects. The testing that I want to do is thus. It's very simple. A, what happens to the attacks when this Pokemon comes out? Theoretically, it should remove all contingencies or at least overarching weather patterns. So rain comes out, boosts water damage by 50%, boosts accuracy for Hurricane to 100%, and lowers fire damage by 50%. Airlock should say no to all three of those. So Ogerpon should be able to hit Rillabooms and other grass type Pokemon for a full 100% damage, regardless if it's raining or not. Same thing with Koraidon and it being sun. Theoretically, the whole thing about weather gets turned off, so no plus to fire damage by 50%. Doesn't do anything for accuracy, unfortunately. I wish it did, but it does lower water damage by 50%. Now, because it does explicitly that, and especially with Koraidon with his Ancient Frenzy, it should realistically turn off all of that other weather effects. So Ogerpon shouldn't get like a boost, and Urshifu, which is what this test is going to be mainly boasted about or based about, is his attack isn't going to be hindered or boosted in any other way. Effectively turning this into just a basic utility umbrella, which we've tested previously before. The umbrella itself is pretty simple. In the flavor text, it says, an item to be held. This sturdy umbrella protects the holder from the effects of rain and harsh sunlight. So effectively, that's what this should be doing, right? This is what it should be affecting, right? So Airlock comes in and then turns off either sun or rain. Effect-wise, animation still stays, but it pretty much brings all the damage calcs back to normal. Now, when you do this on any battle calculator, Airlock doesn't automatically turn off weather. You physically still have to turn off none for the weather for the damage to actually reflect correctly. But I hate having to, let's say, use Ogerpon, do the set, and then throw a Pokemon like Kyogre out there and go, okay, well, since I know that it automatically does rain because Drizzle, I have to change the ability of like a terrestrialized Ogerpon to Airlock, which means that I'm not getting like the true version of the calc because obviously it doesn't show me having been one, terrestrialized, and two, having embody aspect, right? And that's the only reason why I'm using this example, because he would actually benefit for something like that. Urshifu, not so much. You can use it for Unseen Fist. Unseen Fist doesn't really do anything except for pierces through protect. That's the only thing that would ever do. So the other test is if you recall the Pokemon and sent them back out, let's say that you had a party of Koraidon and Kyogre, and you send out Koraidon and then I do Airlock and then you bring in Kyogre, does the weather effect still happen or does Airlock cancel that out too? So I just need to figure out what stacking mechanic happens, because it's not like Galarian Wheezing where it just turns off all abilities except for Calyrex and you can't do anything until he leaves. But there is a little bit of a stacking thing that happens for abilities, and it all depends on speed unless they have like a priority. So I don't know how this will work, because I don't know if Airlock comes in and then like the other abilities don't pop in, or vice versa. Like ability comes in, Airlock comes in, and then the next ability comes in, so another weather comes out. I kind of got this feeling that it should work as intended. So like Airlock should just say no to all weather, but I also don't know the answer to that. So that's the kind of testing that I want to do. I do want to do Rayquaza sometime, but I can't figure out who to pair it with Miraidon, and I didn't really want to do Lunala either. That's that Pokemon is mainly meant for Trick Room purposes, and I don't really want to set up for Trick Room. I do want to do a hard Trick Room team at some point in time, but I think I'll wait until Regulation J to do that. For now, we're going to go ahead and continue on with the team that I used yesterday, which is kind of like my cheaty team, which I got a comment this morning. Thank you for that, by the way, because I was really concerned that I was cheating, that I was using a team that I shouldn't feel like guilty for it, because it may not be the same exact team that I'm using, but it's like a variation of it. So it's like, it's a good team, does incredibly well. The battles were intense and great, which is what I really appreciate, and it made me feel better. It honestly did, because again, I felt like I was cheating because I already used this team once before, premiered it, and had a lot of fun with it. A lot of times what I want to do is, you know, build teams that are either new or something I'm comfortable with, just to kind of see what synergy I can create with it, and this team has a lot of that. So I was just like excited that I was pretty much told that like I wasn't cheating. I do appreciate the comment. Thank you so much for leaving that. Made my day so much easier and so much brighter. So thank you for that. We're going to continue on with that team, and I'll do my best to have something done. I don't know if it's going to be this weekend or the next, but we're only 10 days out till the season's over. Oh, sorry, 11 days out. So I'm not 100% sure, but we'll do the best that we can. And then when Dre comes around, we'll have something a little bit more fruitful for you guys. Anyways, let's get to our battles. Sorry to take up most of your time. Without further ado, let's get into it. Aody and I did some testing, and we actually got him Gallade on his team, and it just goes through Zama just immediately. All right, so I have Clefairy and Ice Rider. I probably could have walked in with Urshifu, to be honest. I know Follow Me is going to come in, which that's going to be like a thing, but that's totally fine. Let's go ahead and Helping Hand the Ogerpon. I'm going to Fossilize, and I'm going to go straight for the throat, because Follow Me is going to kick in. And I'm going to go for Calyrex. Follow Me is going to kick in, and it's going to do it's going to redirect, so they're going to get Trick Room up. So I'm just going to have to stay within Trick Room for a few turns. But I do have lots of people with Protect, so I'm going to be able to withstand it quite a bit. Body Aspect, this is going to be my +1. Helping Hand. Follow Me. There's the follow. I was like, are you going to do it? Yep, Follow Me. Alright. Ivy Cudgel, +1, Helping Hand. A lot of bonuses. And Blammo. Clefairy is down. Now, I don't have anyone to stop Trick Room, so obviously this was going to happen, and I can't really do anything about that. So, Twisted Dimensions, let's go. Palette comes up. Ooh, it's a shiny one too. Psychic Fighting. I don't know if that one-shots me. I think that Pokemon is one I'm going to need to deal with first. So, I'm just going to go straight for it. I'm going to hit Gallade. Okay, Protect. Glacial Lance. Alright. I can eat one of these. Now, did Gallade go after me? Nope. Went after Whimsicott. Okay. Alright, the Cudgel. Hits the Gallade. And you're not sashed. You are not sashed. Alright. Out comes Miraidon. Ooh. Ooh. Who are you gonna save? Who are you gonna save? Who are you gonna save? Let's go ahead and change. I mean, I could Helping Hand, but I think I'm gonna go down before that. I am gonna lose someone. I think it's gonna be Whimsicott. Do I switch? Switching would be better. I didn't use Tailwind yet. Yeah, let's switch to Zama. And I will Spiky Shield. I'm baiting the Terra. I need to know who their Terra target is. If it's Miraidon, I'm able to withstand quite a bit, but if it's a Ice Rider, I need to know that prior. So no Terra. Saving it for like the last bit. My Horsepower goes into the Protect. Okay, Calyrex is hurt. Electro Drift. That's also going to the Protect. Oh no! Oh no! Rhydon was hurt. Okay, let's Body Press and go into... How long do we have to Trick Room for? Trick Room's for 2 more turns. Let's hit Miraidon. That's probably going to be my good target there. And I'll swap out to Whimsicott now. The +1 and everything like that is really, really good, but right now I'm afraid of being KO'd by Ice Rider. And they're not activating Glacial Lance. They might not think to do that because of Wild Guard. It's fine. High Horsepower goes into Whimsicott. Ah, it takes no so much damage. Body Press into Miraidon. It's not going to get the KO. Gets really, really close though. Electro Drift goes right into Whimsicott. That is enough for a KO. And I'm okay with that. Out comes Ogerpon. So we get the Embody Aspect back. So this is how I'm going to play this thing. I'm going to Body Press the Miraidon again and Spiky Shield to Ogerpon. Give myself a defense turn. I would Wide Guard, but Wide Guard doesn't do single target moves, which is what they're obviously doing. There's the Terastallization. Please be Calyrex. It is, and you're a fire. Dragon. Okay. Okay. I can respect that. Dragon's pretty neat. Saving it to like the very end though is kind of rough though. High Horsepower goes into the Protect. You're going to injure yourself just a little bit more. Oh no, I hurt myself. Body Press. Takes down Miraidon. Now Miraidon can't do anything. Now, okay. I'm watching my internet. I think they left. I think they rage quitted. I think they just did not like this outcome whatsoever. I don't know. I mean, they had Glacial Lance, so it's not like they were like choiced anything. They I don't know what item they had. They probably went with the Clear Amulet, because you don't want to do like Ability Capsule or I guess like Ability Shield or something like that. I think it's the Ability Shield, because you don't want to do that. Like they go through Galarian, Weezing. Anyway, is it Lolan? Am I saying it wrong? It's the Weezing with the top hat. I'll put it right here. It's that guy. But I don't know. Like they played that the best way that they possibly could. Now I know I didn't show you guys the bar going up in the last video, but I have to do this one because we are officially in the Master Ball tier, currently ranked at 7,836. Let's go, boys. Let's go. My Urshifu quite a bit, especially if I Terastallize in the water. If I brought in Ogerpon, I might be setting myself up for failure. But it's Zacian and Tornado. Ooh, both shinies. Let's go. Both shinies. Both shinies. Okay, so what I want to do is Tailwind, and now I could taunt and take a turn to kind of get hit a little bit. But taunt's not going to do anything now, so it depends on what they're going to do next turn. So I'm going to Surging Strikes, and I'm going to go straight for Zacian instead. I'm obviously going to win the 50-50, or at least the Tailwind War, because I'm Whimsicott and I'm faster. But I definitely feel like Ogerpon was probably like the best option here, because that would have been a one-shot on that Zacian instead of like maybe a 2-hit. And it's maybe a 2-hit. I am Terastallized and I have Mystic Water, so I'm not sure. Oh, Tornadus doesn't do anything now. 1. It's not a KO. There's no way. 2, 1. Yeah, it's a 2-hit. It gets really, really close though, but it's a 2-hit. Demon Blade is going to go straight to Whimsy. Maybe Tornadus delayed it because they get advantage of the thing? I don't know. Oh, or should we just... Yeah, let's just... let's just avoid that real quick. We don't need that. We don't need that. Okay, out comes Calyrex. We don't need that. Alright, let's go ahead and just set up the Astral Barrage. And I'll just go straight for the Tornadus. Because right now, I mean, Tornadus can use Tailwind, which is totally fine. Here comes the Terra. This is Dark. Sam, Wait, not Zacian. What? Oh, Terra Normal. Let's go. Let's go. Terra Normal Zacian. Tailwind. Okay. I'm faster. Acid Barrage does nothing to Zacian. Please hit Calyrex with the points of 1,000 suns. Oh, Tornado's lives because Sash. That was not sashed? Let's go. And Calyrex goes down. I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. Okay. Yeah, setting up Tailwind the following turn definitely gave him an upgrade in speed. That's fine. That's fine. I probably should have went after Zacian though. That's okay. It took me it cost me 2 Pokemon. Turn 1 setups are usually costing me a Whimsicott, so it's not a whole lot that I could do with that. Parts of me wants to put the Sash. Ooh, okay. Okay. Are you Scarf? I mean, if you're Scarf, it's either it's probably Urshifu, so I don't think it's Scarf. I am running a risk, but the Human Bash doesn't really do anything to me. I'm gonna go this way, and I'm gonna go that way. Attacked on the... Oh, okay. Okay, I can see that. I can see that. Surge strikes. Hi, Zacian. Down goes Zacian. There goes Terra. I'm glad that I took down Zacian instead of... I'm glad I took out Tornadus instead of Zacian, because that was probably helpful, more helpful for me. Body press. Ooh, a little less than a little. Ooh, Thunder. Owie. Oh, owie. Yeah, owie. Owie. I could have doubled into that slot and maybe get the KO, but I doubt it. Kyogre is really, really tanky. And it's Urshifu. Rapid Strike. I'll go ahead and hit Kyogre. Close combat. It's not up to get the KO. Maybe I would have done a little bit better. I'm not sure. I press. Nope, that's 3. Okay. Just take those like a champ. And my Tailwind's gone. Okay. No, they got this one. They got it. I think Kyogre was spec'd, and I think Urshifu was Scarf. I think. I have no idea, obviously. All right, we have Zacian. Wow, Zamazenta. Not everyone's Zacian, Matt. I'm sorry. We have Zama, Kyogre, Fluttermane, Chimpao, Urshifu, and Rillaboom. Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Whimsy and Pokemon for sure, because I do need to be able to outspeed Fluttermane. It's probably gonna have the Sash though. Chimpao could also have Sash. Either one of those two. I mean, Urshifu could also have it. Dang it! Why do you have every Pokemon under the sun that will have Sash? You know what? Because it has Sash, I actually want to go with Urshifu. Urshifu would like to be the best friend of the group. Now, I will be suffering a little bit with the Rillaboom, quite a bit, and maybe Chimpao, maybe. But I again, I do need to account for Sash somewhere on those 3 mons specifically. I don't know which one's gonna have it, but I need to plan for that possibility almost immediately. So with this, let's try and see what we go for. All right, they open up with Kyogre and Fluttermane. I open with Whimsicott. Boost energy happens on Fluttermane, and it gets a speed increase. We're gonna Tailwind, and I'm just gonna go ahead and Surging Strikes it right in the face. I'm not gonna use my Terra because I believe we are gonna get hit by, this is probably bait. I didn't think about that, it's probably bait. But anyway, we're probably gonna get hit by Thunder, by the Kyogre, so I do need to plan around that. But I want to have a little bit more oomph to my attacks, which is why I'm gonna go after Fluttermane first, because technically it is the fastest Pokemon on the field right now, and I need it to go away. It's also the most damaging one, because Icy Wind is a thing on this Pokemon. Thunder Wave is also a thing. Now it could also survive, but since Kyogre's on the field, I'm pretty sure I'm gonna be able to KO. Oh yeah, nope. That's not even a question. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna KO this thing. 1, 2, and 3. If it wasn't raining, maybe not, but I think they misplayed. But maybe they were thinking I was doing Ogre Pun, which then you got me. You absolutely got me. Yep, there's the thunder. Oh, there's Urshifu. That's 100% thunder, and that's a one-hit KO. That's just a one shot. That's a one shot. All right, we're gonna bring out Zama. Zama's gonna help us out quite a bit here. Zama could take a little bit of a beating. This is probably their Zama, if not, it's Calyrex. Oh, it's Urshifu. Single strike Urshifu. Oh, really? Oh, really, you say? Who shreds, you say? I'm gonna Moonblast the Urshifu. This is probably where the sash went, and I'm gonna body press the Kyogre. Moonblast should be able to KO Urshifu. No problem. Absolutely not. Detect. Okay, so now it doesn't. That's okay. Because I don't know what set Kyogre is using, but right now I'm tailwinded, so I move really, really fast. Ooh, that's a bulky boy. Ice Beam goes right over to Lindsay. Does get the KO. Okay, I'll bring out Calyrex. So this is probably where I'm gonna lose. Let me tell you why. Sucker Punch. And I can't stop it. I'm gonna body press into Urshifu. There it is. Bop. Down goes Calyrex. Yeah, I can't stop it. Can't stop it. Sucker Punch, and I'm specced. So it's a one-hit KO. And I just kind of have to eat it. Body press. There's Sash. I knew it. I knews it. Thunder. I take that like a champ. Take that like a champ. And we're gonna body press. Now, are you gonna detect again, or I mean, you're probably gonna close combat. You could also Wicked Blow. Close combat's gonna be your most damage on Zama. There's Terra. This is gonna go to Kyogre. Yep. Water. Electric. Okay. So are you Assault Vest? You're not healing because leftovers. Yep, there's Detect. Black Press. Thunder. It's probably thinking it's going to do just a little bit more damage. I mean, it did. There's the Paralyze. Really? Serious? And Talon's gone too? Let's go. Let's just hit Kyogre. Why not? Why not? To get the Paralyze off of Thunder, bro? Paralyze off of Thunder. Oh, that's funny. I think Ogerpon might have been like a better option, but I don't think it was. Close combat goes right into Zama. It goes there. Okay. So reflections on this match. Spect Calyrex Shadow Rider in front of a Sucker Punch is a bad idea. And that, ladies and gents and Pokefans alike, is going to be the end of today's video. As you are aware, I went 1-2 today, which isn't bad. We won our first match, which got us into Master Ball. We're finally here. We went from rank 7,800 and something to rank 9,094, which isn't bad. We are 21 battles in, 10 wins, 11 losses. But now we have a better understanding how the damage calcs works, where Astral Barrage actually sits, and that's before Terra, obviously. We do have the 252 special attack and speed, but now that I clearly see that even with specs, I still can't KO Tornadus, just basic, like no investments whatsoever. That's so funny. That tells me that I have to hit it with something first. No, wait. No, with specs, it's an automatic KO. If I don't have anything, it's not. So Life Orb or anything like that, it's not a KO. Anyway, it's still funny. It makes me feel like glad that even though that sometimes I do this 252 set, I luck out in many other areas. So unless you're using a spec set for Calyrex Shadow Rider specifically, you don't KO Tornadus at all. It's always a 70 to 84%, and it doesn't get higher than that. That's great. Life Orb, I think the damage calcs goes a little bit higher than that. It's it's 92 to 109. It's a 56.3% chance of KO. So 56% chance of KOing, but still, that's good enough for me to know that maybe, just maybe, if you're not 252, I have a risk of surviving more moves, which honestly, I get the appeal. I honestly get the appeal of why you don't want to fully invest into special attack, if anything, because you can go as high as 217. Most numbers that I would want to hit now, just because of my personal opinions and all of that, I want to hit 200. That's my number that I want to hit almost every single time. And when you're investing into that for like Calyrex, 200 is perfect. For a Life Orb, 200 special attack, which is 116 in EV investment, it lowers the chance down to 6.3, but it also helps you set up for the next person who can obviously take it down. You obviously want to have it so that Calyrex is getting all of the KOs, but if you can make someone 1 point higher or keep it at the 187 speed, whoever outspeeds Calyrex is going to get the layup or the alley-oop from whoever is like in front of them. And that's when you can like come up with these interesting sets where you don't have to do the 252, but you can obviously set up to have better choices, because you can go specs, go up to where you have 100% KO rate, which then puts you at like 205 with Calyrex, and then just kind of like put your points elsewhere. That way you can just survive whatever you're trying to do after that. I want to thank you guys for watching. If you made it this far, shout outs to you. I appreciate you for making it up to this point. Please leave a like on the video if you liked it. Comment down below, because I'd love to hear what you guys think about today's battles in the video. I have some really cool things that I will be discussing later on this week. Not sure if it's this weekend. I'm just still trying to finalize a couple of cool things that I want to try and actually put them into practice. So when I get them finished, or at least the details nailed out, I will be releasing those. For now, I'll just keep them in my pocket. Don't forget to subscribe though, because it does help out the channel quite a bit, and you can hit the notification bell over on the right to be notified when I upload next. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one. Stay cool, stay hydrated, and I will see you again tomorrow. Until then, take care. Peace.